Welcome back, Rankers. Coming to you from beautiful New Zealand this week. It's Sunday here in New Zealand. Didn't do a show last week because I was at the Marketing Now conference, which was just amazing. And congratulations to Siobhan Wolfen for organising all of that. There was Chris Brogan and David Meerman Scott. We had Stephen Johnson and Sharon Crost. Some brilliant speakers. And I learned a hell of a lot, and certainly to find out what's going on in New Zealand with social media and what companies are doing to try to take advantage of building communities online and all that sort of thing is just amazing. Look at this background. Get a load of this. And sorry for anybody who suffers from motion sickness, but we're just in a small town called Nelson at the moment. Hope to get up to Rotorua before we go back and see some of the people that we met at the conference in Wellington. But a couple of things this morning. Just wanted to point out a change that Google's been making over the last week to some of the search results. You may have remembered that we've spoken before about when Google finds an authority site, it often will have a bunch of links beneath the search result. And usually this would only ever apply to the #1 result for a particular given search. So in our case, if you type, say, Stuart Media in, you would get our site, of course, as #1 for that phrase. But then you would also get a whole bunch of other links taking you into our site, like SEO and work choice, unfortunately, and a bunch of other ones that take you into a large section of our site that those links would be relevant to. Well, what they've announced just this week is that they're rolling that out for not only the first result, but they're rolling it out for all the results that they can do that with. So sites that have that sort of defined areas within, they will then put site links with beneath your result, regardless of whether you're #1 or not. Now today, for instance, in New Zealand, I'm doing the search SEO Melbourne, and today we're #2 for that from New Zealand. But if you have a look at the result here, you can see it's got SEO Melbourne, and then of course straight underneath it's got new blog, which means I've got to change that link, because the link on the front page of the site, it says new blog. So I've got to change that link to say something more specific about the blog and give it a name. I'll probably call it SEO video blog or something like that, something creative. But then you'll also see that we've got the word work choice under there, which of course is because we rank #2 or whatever for the word work choice. And we've got SEO in there as a section, and then of course appear on the first page of Google. Now interestingly, we didn't do any of that. We didn't set those links up for Google to say, please put these links under our result. The Google bot has just gone and done that. And that's because of the backlinks that we've got to those sections of the site, mainly from the front page of the site. But if you notice, the other search engine companies here, interestingly, don't have those sort of site links underneath their results. And I think that's mainly because, and I haven't done a lot of research into this yet, but my gut feeling would be because, they don't have, the sites aren't that large. Like our site's, it's got over 400 pages or whatever it is. So it's quite a large site. It's been going a long time. And yes, we are rebranding and rebuilding, and we do have plans for that. So all of you who have said, Jim, your site sucks a little bit, you're not the only one who said that, so don't worry about it. It's a cause for much discussion within the organisation. And so Cam, the cameraman, for those of you on Twitter, has been tasked with chasing that up for us. But it really is interesting. So this new site links is what Google's calling it, that they're placing in the results. So if you wanted to start seeing that in your own areas of your site, start making particularly themed areas of your site. So if you've got one section or one sort of phrase that you want to have come up in your results, make sure that it's quite clear, so you get a link off the front page that has those keywords in it. So those site links that we're appearing for here, there is a link off the front page for each one of those phrases. So to start with, what you've got to do is define sections within your site that apply to those keywords, and then make sure the content within those sections, of course, reflects those keywords, so that makes sense. And that is all for this week, because I'm doing this on a webcam, so sorry for the crappy audio and the crappy video. I'm actually doing it on the MacBook Air. But this is just sensational. I've had such the best time here in New Zealand. I don't know why there's so many Kiwis in Australia. What are they doing going to Australia? I mean, you've got this. It's amazing. And yes, we did see an orc last night running through the pub car park, and pretty sure we... Gollum was in front of us in a Volvo doing about 70 in 100 zone, and we passed him just before we got to Mordor last night, so that was good. But if you ever want to come to New Zealand, I can highly recommend it. We're only here for another week, and we're just thinking, oh, there's so much to see and do, we're going to have to come back. But we've got a couple of clients to see next week, and then we'll be back in Melbourne late next week. But I hope to bring you another show from New Zealand before then. So see you next week. Thanks. Bye.